Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello, Doris.
Hello, Paul. Is there anyone
Hello.
out there?
Hello, Doris.
Hello, Paul. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Is that you're not hearing me? Not hearing me? No?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I can hear you fine.
I'm good.
So they ran out of bagels. Nobody's producing bagels.
Really?
Yep, because all the bakeries are closed. I talked with Gina in Pascoag, and she said at the beginning she had 10, and she gave away 10 bagels, but then the supply stopped, and when she called up the bakeries, they said nobody comes in to make them, so they're out. My goodness,
Well,
who would have thought we'd be without bagels?
bagels. Oh my goodness. Good thing it's not Passover anymore, huh?
Mm, Goodness. Well, so how is Lincoln and the backyard? And
Well, I have a new fence. I replaced the fence, although I'm not very happy about the way it was done, but it was wood and wire over here on Higginson Avenue that that did it. Expensive. Figured I'd get, well, the guy can't evidently measure a straight line. I had 4 fence sections. I thought there were 8-foot sections. And he says, oh no, those aren't standard sections. Okay, so he told me I needed 48 feet. And that seemed a little odd, but he's a professional. So they come to put in the poles. And I can see there's 6 of them. And the guys leave, and I realize there's a 7th pole, and it's over in between me and the neighbor. And I think there's a electric company right of way between us.
Oh.
And the pole was sitting there. So when the guys came back to hang the fence, I said, you can't hang a fence over here. That's not my property. And the last pole is where the fence should end. Well, they ended up charging me for all 48 feet. And I said, look, if you're going to charge me for it, then you got to at least bring me the stuff back, but I would rather have a reduction. I got a bill with no reduction. Plus, the 4 days after the fence was done, we had that big windstorm.
Yep.
Yeah, the fence is now sagging.
Oh.
So they had to come back and fix 2 of the posts, which meant digging the dirt back out and pouring some more cement on top. I don't know how deep it was, but then as I looked, I could see the old fence support had a 18-inch thing of cement or concrete and 4 inches thick. So it seems to me, given where it's at, on the top of that hill, it's sandy and it's a big steep drop off. They should have put that capping cement on at all 4 of them. So anyway, so I wrote a letter explaining my unhappiness to the president, and closed my check, and we'll probably never hear from him again, but it's just so frustrating.
It is. I can't stand that.
I took my ruler, my yardstick and measured the fence that's there. I've got a tad under 41 feet, which is what I figured it would be. The other sections must have been 10-foot sections. And
Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
so, but
so you want to play some trivia?
Sure. What you got?
I got some trivia. We'll give it 1 more minute.
All right.
Had about a handful of people say, yeah, I'd love to come, but that usually means nobody. Oh, by the way, do you know there was a story in NPR, no, on, wait, don't tell me. about the Boston Red Sox organist.
Oh, no, really?
Did you hear about him?
No, no.
He plays daily concerts.
Oh, no kidding.
Live from his basement or living room or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh, no, wait a minute. No, from the Red Sox. Yeah, from Fenway.
Fenway, really?
He played one. He was on that. Wait, don't tell me. And he played one. A lot of fun. Just a lot of fun.
Did you hear them when Tom Hanks was, he's cured now or whatever and is
Yeah.
gonna donate.
That was the same show. That was the same show.
Was it the same show? I just saw the clip on Tom Hanks, so. No, that's cool.
All right, let's play. I like playing
I'm in
this
the
stuff.
dark, aren't I?
No, it'll be really light. We'll see who else shows up.
Oh, look at this.
All right, so you have to keep track. You need a pen, you need an implement,
Got a pen, got a what?
and
Oh,
a piece of paper.
Yeah, I'm all set.
Okay, wait a minute, let me do this so I can see what's going on. There we go. You need a piece of paper and a pen. Write your name down. You do know your name.
Is that a trivia?
Just write your name down. First name. No,
In case I forget during the game.
just in case you forget. You never know. You
Mhm.
never know in trivia. So we're going to play Earth Day trivia. These are fun questions. All right, here's the first one. When was the first Earth Day? 1999, 1982, 1970, or 1876? Now, for each correct answer, you get 10 points.
Okay, great.
All right. I know the answers.
All right, am I
And-
supposed to tell you my answer now or just write it?
No, I want you to write it down.
Okay, did
Write
it?
down the letter.
Yep, got it down.
Okay. And here comes the answer. The answer was 1970. Yippee. So if you got it right, give yourself 10 points. I got it right. Yay.
That's pretty easy since we're celebrating the 50th anniversary.
Since we're celebrating the 50th, if you do a little bit of math, scratch your head, count on one hand, 7 plus 5 is something, 12. There you go, 2020. All right, they get a little bit more difficult
Well, that's fine. At least I have 10 points.
as the day goes on. All right, hold on a second, I gotta move something because all the questions, my face and your face are in the way. There we go. What American river caught fire in 1969, prompting multiple pollution control measures?
Okay,
Was it A, the Calumet River, B, the Cuyahoga River, C, the Fox River, or D, the Scioto River? And the answer, as we all know, is
B.
B, the Cuyahoga River. So if you got B, and I'm sure you did,
Yes.
give yourself
Is it
10
really
more.
a Scioto River or whatever that is?
Scioto, yes, it is a river. Yeah, they're all rivers, different parts of the country. The Cuyahoga River was in Ohio,
Yes.
and
Was it not?
and it did catch fire, but so did the docks and the boats and the shipyard and just about everything else caught fire. Wasn't a very happy night for anybody. All right, next one. We're just barreling down memory lane here.
Hmm.
What book helped launch the modern environmental movement and led to the widespread ban of DDT? Was it A, The End of Nature, B, 1,000-Mile Walk to the Gulf, C, Silent Spring, or D, Earth in the balance. Write your answer down. Let's see, what could it have been? And the answer is
Rachel Carson.
Silent Spring. Good old Rachel, who died about, when did she pass away?
3 or 4 years ago, I guess.
No, no.
It was further than that, right?
Yeah, it was like 1996 or 7
I'll take your word for
or
it.
5, 1995, I think. Anyway, write down the number of points. If you got it right, give yourself 10 points.
Did.
Yep, very good. For a bonus point, and you just get one, what magazine published her articles before they turned that into her book? Do 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 do. Do 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 boom boom. And the answer is the New Yorker.
Oh, wow. I would have said Life or something like that.
So if you got that right, give yourself 10 points for the New Yorker. All right, we're moving along. Yep, matter of fact, I'll read it. The New Yorker started serializing Silent Spring in 1962 and then published in book form later that year. It became widely popular because it became a selection of the Book of the Month Club and the New York Times bestseller list. Yeah, she pretty much wrote it all in serial form for the New Yorker before it went in the book. All right, next one. In 1997, global agreement to reduce greenhouse gases was signed by virtually every country in the world except for the United States. So what global agreement? 1997. Was it the Oslo Accords, the Reykjavik Summit, the Millennium Summit, or the Kyoto Protocol? Write your answer down.
Not sure, but I will put an answer down, so I will have an answer.
Answer down is good. And the answer is the Kyoto Protocol.
I missed that.
Yes, the United States decided that it wasn't in their best interest to do anything that year, or the year after, or the year after, or the year after.
Well, I put down the Oslo Accords, which I'm not sure wasn't a peace treaty of some other kind, but just thinking of Greta Thunberg. I mean, obviously she wasn't even alive then, but maybe the interest in Oslo dates back all the way to that, and that plays something into what she's. But anyway, yes, no.
Oh, what was that? Hold on a second. Nope. Okay, go back to the quiz. This is more.
That was my email coming in.
This is more exciting than you can imagine. It's pretty cool, actually. All right, the worst American nuclear disaster in history. Resulted from a partial reactor meltdown in 1979 at which power plant? Was it 3 Mile Island, Susquehanna Steam, Shipping Port Atomic, LaSalle County Nuclear Generating Station? Write your answer down. And the correct answer is Mile Island. Unbelievable. Partial reactor meltdown. And it has never, well, wait a minute, no, it has been neutralized, but only buried in tons and tons and tons of concrete. This should be an easy one for you Exxon Valdez aficionados. In which state did the disastrous Exxon Valdez oil spill occur? Was it A, Alaska, B, Maine, C, Washington, D, Massachusetts? And the answer is
Let's go.
Alaska. For an extra bonus point, how many gallons spilled out of the Exxon Valdez?
2 million.
I think you're close. I forgot I have to look it up.
It's my answer and I'm sticking to it.
You can't even spell it right. EXXON EA, there it is, oil spill. It was oh my. It was 11 million gallons of oil.
God.
So we both got that wrong.
Yep.
I get 0. Darn. All right, this is a tough one. Whales can live a long time. How long can the oldest whale species live?
Oh my.
How long can the oldest whale species live?
Well, we'll take a shot.
Yep, that's all you can do.
Right.
Was it 200 years, 100 years, 50 years, or 35? The answer is 200 years. And now for an extra 10 points, what is the name of the species that lives, in some cases, over 200 years?
Yeah. I only think of 2 at the minute. I know there's hundreds of, lots of them.
And the answer is a bowhead whale.
That's not one of the ones I was thinking of.
No, it's one it's a species none of us think of, but they live a very long time.
Yeah.
That's 200
I
years.
didn't get the bonus. I had 100 years,
200 years.
but not
The
200.
answer is 200 years, and the bonus is bowhead.
Uh,
BOWHEAD. Next one. True or false? Commercial whaling is the last remaining threat to whales. Should be fairly easy.
Yes.
The answer is false.
Is man still alive? We can come up with any kind of threat.
Name for 10 extra points for each threat. Name each threat. Ready, go.
Global warming, the warming of the ocean, and plastic in the ocean.
Spears, travel lanes,
Being struck by
nets, plastic pollution.
Let's see, the lack of food, where the krill disappearing.
Food disappearing, warming ocean, acidic ocean. Yep. If you got any of those right, and you did, give yourself an extra 10 points.
An extra
All right.
10? I thought you said 1 per.
For each one. An extra 10 for each one.
Oh.
So if you got like 5, give yourself 50 points. Yeah, this is going to be a really high score.
Well,
All right, what is an endangered species? Is it A, a type of organism that is at risk of extinction? Is it B, species found on land and in the ocean? Is it C, species threatened by prey? Or D, all the above? And the answer is A, type of organism that is at risk of extinction.
what I thought, unless you were going to, anyway, and not you, but I mean,
So for 10 extra points, how many, at least in theory anyway, and maybe in practice, are on the verge of extinction every day? I'll give you a hint. It's a number from 0 to 1 million
thanks. That's a big,
every day. Well, it's a good round number. For example, is it 1,000, 10,000,
well,
100,000?
the first thing that came into my mind, if you're going to 1 million, then it was 10,000. And if you consider, who knows, what kind of small insects that are being included, I'll go for the 10.
Correct answer is almost 100,000 every day are on the verge of extinction.
Okay, then my
Every day.
answer
Very
was
depressing
very
thought.
under.
Very, very depressing thought. True or false? The idea for Earth Day came from Gaylord Nelson. This is either one or the other, so you have a 50-50 shot here.
Yeah, all right.
The answer is it's true.
Oh,
For 10 extra points, who is or who was Gaylord Nelson?
no clue.
Well, you got 10 seconds.
Sounds like someone that ran around with Beau Brummel or something. Or maybe
Can't remember which state he was from. Okay, I thought, so I got it right. The answer is he was a Democratic senator from the state of Wisconsin.
yeah.
There's going to be a few more like this, so get ready.
He didn't want to lose his sandhill cranes, I guess.
I guess not. By the end of 1970, the year of the first Earth Day, the Environmental Protection Agency was created. Which of the following acts was not passed that same year? Was it A, the Clean Air Act, B, the Clean Water Act, C, the Endangered Species Act, D, Marine Mammal Protection Act? Which one of these was not enacted or passed that same year? It's only one, by the way. It was a very, very busy year that year.
Yeah, evidently.
The answer is the Marine Mammal Protection Act. It wasn't until 1984 that act became law.
Well, I got that right. By dumb luck, I guess.
Yeah, very good. I think there's a bonus question in here. Let me see. Is there a bonus question? Yes, there is a bonus question. Bonus question is, which president? What was the name of the president? What was the name of the individual who was president of the United States in 1970? Bonus question.
Wait a minute. It must have been Lyndon Johnson in 70, but I always thought Nixon was involved in.
Oh,
Clean
Uh,
Water Act.
no, well, think again.
I mean, it wasn't Lyndon Johnson?
I have to look it up one more time.
Well, Kennedy, because Kennedy was killed in
64.
64.
Yeah. And the answer is Richard Nixon. He presided over he and Lady Bird Nixon, First Lady Pat Nixon planted a tree on the White House lawn to recognize the first Earth Day. So it was Richard Milhouse Nixon.
Yeah, well, that was what I thought, but I didn't think he was.
He was president.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I knew. All right. Can I give myself 5? No.
Sure, give yourself whatever you want. All right, next one. True or false? In the USA, there are comprehensive national standards regarding environmental education. True or false?
That'd be false.
True or false? In the USA, the answer is false. There are none. There are no comprehensive national standards regarding environmental education. They may be in some of the states. Rhode Island isn't one of them, but there are no national standards.
Yeah.
True or false? Deforestation is the second leading cause of global warming in the world. True or false? This is an easy one. The answer is true.
If planting trees is going to get us out of it, then deforestation has to be the cause.
It's getting us in it or into it. Yep. Oh, I think we're at the halfway mark. Whew.
Oh dear,
Boy.
I have another side of paper here.
Yeah, I know. All right, we'll move on. There's another tree one. This should be easy for you. How many trees does it take to provide a day's supply of oxygen for 4 people? Any idea? Is it A, 1, B, 10, C, 50, D, 100? How many trees, that should be, could be singular or plural, does it take to provide a day's supply of oxygen for 4 people?
Well, I don't really know, but I would like to think it's A, 1, because that would make trees really important.
Really important, and you are right.
It's going to be my answer, yes.
It is one tree, although it's a tree that's about 40 feet tall and about 40 feet wide. I mean, at least the tree canopy anyway. I'm sorry, 20 feet, 40 by 20.
Well, I mean, that gets into the thing about the sequestration. Of course, the young trees are sequestering more carbon than the old trees are. They've got a lot of carbon already stored, but they don't take as much out of the air, but yet they give off more of the oxygen, while the younger trees are giving us, taking in more carbon.
Okay, great. Give yourself an extra 10 points. All right, we're ramping it up here. How much of the Earth's land is covered by forests? It's a little tricky now. Remember, we've got two polar caps slowly melting, but still not covered by trees. We have a lot of desert, and we have a lot of ocean. So whatever's left that's arable, how much of that is covered by forests?
Okay, let's take a guess. What the heck? Nope.
I actually forgot this one, so I'm going to write down what I think is right. And the answer is, whoa!
Wow.
I got it wrong. Damn it. I get 0 points.
Yeah, me too. I tried 16. What did you?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So that means a third of all of Earth's land is covered by forest. That means 2/3 isn't.
Right. Because I think it's over half covered by water, right?
No, I thought it was more than that. I thought 2/3 of the Earth's surface is covered by water. I could be wrong, but we can find out. And this one, it's going to take me a while to type, so I'm not going to type it. I'm going to speak it. How much of the Earth's surface is covered by water?
This is what I found.
71% is covered by water. There we go. All right, here's a little more difficult one, and this will blow your mind.
Wait a minute, if 71%, 71%? And then
71% of the Earth's surface.
so that's 101%.
No, wait a minute now. 71% of the Earth's surface is covered by water.
Oh, but how much of the Earth's land? Okay, that has nothing to do with water then, about the
No.
oceans, actually. All right.
So
Anyway,
that means 29% is covered by, of the Earth's surface is covered by land. And then of that,
yeah,
31% of that is covered by forest.
okay, gotcha.
Okay. Boy, heavy duty stuff here. All right, which of these countries have not vowed to use only 100% renewable energy by 2050? Is it A, Afghanistan, B, Guatemala, C, Vietnam, D, Canada?
Interesting set of choices there.
Yeah, I know. But which one of these, in other words, the other three have all said yes. One of them have said nope. And the answer is
Hey,
Canada.
really?
Really?
Oh my. They vowed to do it by 2030. All right, another zero. That's all right. On we go.
All right. Sometimes you get zero, sometimes you don't. Which country has not run completely on renewable energy? It'd be fairly easy. Is it A, the USA, B, Denmark, C, Portugal, D, Costa Rica? Now you know one of these because you went there. And the answer to which country has not run completely on renewable energy is the US of A. The other three are still running on renewable energy.
Isn't that amazing? And it's Portugal.
That one was surprising. I wouldn't have guessed that one with all their economic problems and all the graft and fraud and everything else. Anyway, Earth Day was inspired by what other movement that garnered national attention? Was it A, the progressive movement, B, the civil rights movement, C, anti-Vietnam movement, or D, anti-globalization movement? Write down your answer, please.
And so I'm not sure, but I'm a quick study. I guess quick.
The answer is, well, Earth Day, well, no, that's the bonus question. So I won't tell you about that. But the answer is the anti-Vietnam movement. The anti-Vietnam movement did one thing which inspired Gaylord Nelson to do the same thing with Earth Day. What was that thing that both the anti-Vietnam movement did and resulted in what the Earth Day movement did? What was the one thing?
Protest in the streets.
That is incorrect. Nope.
Okay. Got young people involved.
Nope. The answer is, it was a teach-in, an educational day on the anti-war movement or the anti-Vietnam movement that resulted in Gaylord Nelson saying, we should do that for Earth Day. And that was what Earth Day was all about, supposed to be a day of educating folks about the environment. We got a few more left. Matter of fact, that was the last one. All right, tally up your score, and then I'll announce the winner. Let's see, what did I get? Oh, that was easy. So I got 20 times 10 is 2,000 points. Oh no, 200 points. Yeah, so I got 200. What'd you get?
180.
Well, I can't play because I know all the answers. Apparently not all of them though, but I know some. So you win a 4-pack from wait a minute, is it a 4-pack or a 6-pack? A 4-pack from Bravo Brewery of your favorite beer. Seriously, that's what they gave us. So
Oh, okay.
you won the 4-pack. And that concludes our trivia contest. First ever, I would imagine, in Rhode Island.
Yeah, well,
So there you go. All right, this was fun. I gotta go make dinner.
yeah, well, enjoy. Yeah, I got, what, 30 minutes? Something
Yes, half an hour.
like, to eat. Then I'm going to try and do my lab test, my fasting blood test with my new doctor tomorrow morning. So,
Uh-oh.
yeah, what a
Maybe
time
that-
to start with a new doctor.
Hmm.
But, so,
Oy.
well, I'll try and come Friday, but since it's kind of in my neck of the woods, but
Yeah, I asked them to do it outside.
yeah, I saw that. So
If the weather cooperates, we'll do it outside. I'm
Yeah.
just, I don't know. I'm just scared to death. And I say that, friend of mine passed away from this stuff.
oh dear. Was it someone above 60?
How old was she? You may know her, Mary. Oh, what's her name? Oh, for God's sakes. What is her name? That's how much of a friend she was, right?
Oh, well, that's
Yeah, my age, yeah, 60 something, little less than
in a care facility.
early 60s. No,
Oh,
everything. No, she was home and things didn't seem to be working out. And she had a test and she didn't feel like doing anything about it. And she passed away at home.
oh dear.
Yeah, really, oh dear.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy. So I'm just being extra cautious, extra
Oh,
cautious,
well, I mean,
extra cautious. Yep. Well, if you can't come Friday, yep, just be there. I don't know. I didn't hear anything about a witness or anything. So they have a notary, but I didn't hear anything about a witness. But it's their office, so Mark said he will be there, He'll be the witness. And I'm just going to bring the checkbook. They have all the papers,
Okay.
so
And
just
then
show
who
up.
files with the town? Or how does it get filed with the town?
There's two things we have to do. I have to send this in,
Yeah,
which is Office of the Tax Collector,
yeah,
to tell them that there was a transfer. And I forget what this is called, but this is a lien certificate. And it only gets delivered or mailed once we sign the documents. So the tax office knows who to send the tax bill to. And then I reached out to the town a couple of times. They must be dealing with all kinds of craziness.
Yeah.
That they're not interested. They just don't respond. But it's up to us to file it
yeah.
in the land records office. And we pay for that as well. This costs $25, and I filled it out, put a check in there. I think there's a check in there, but I'll mail it. I'll mail it on Friday. I'm not supposed to mail it ahead of time.
I know. I mean,
And then I guess I just put the other documents in an envelope and mail that to them as well. We'll find out Friday. Or if the town feels like it, they'll respond to my emails. Yeah.
okay.
All right. Hope to see you Friday. Thank you, Doris, for the first annual online Earth Day trivia contest, sponsored by the Borough Land Trust.
Oh, I'm so glad I came.
You can pick up your gift certificate sometime next year, once we have the vaccine. All right. Goodbye for now.
Bye.
I'm gonna stop